All right, welcome to the Great Minds Podcast. This is Derrick.
This is Vaughn.
And we're here. And it's been a minute. We're here dolo.
For real, it's been a while. It's been a while.
It's been a minute. A quick shout out to all the dope guests we had, all the great feedback we've gotten off the episodes, conversations as we like to call them. It's been a minute. It's been a lot happening, so we want to, it's time for us to tap in and get into these topics.
Definitely. Appreciate everybody.
Word. All right, so we want to start off first of all, like we lost a real life superhero, for real, and he represented the Black Panther. That's the first movie that I can remember that superhero movie that had us in cosplay and had people like really digging in and feeling a part of the culture, and I was part of Chadwick Boseman. So rest in peace. What you got on him?
Definitely, man? Rest in peace to Chadwick Boseman. I mean, we had like other superheroes. Someone told me another one had Blank Man. You know what I'm saying? We had other superheroes, but the real, we had Blade. You know what I mean? We had what's my man's name? Michael J. White. He was Spawn, I believe, right?
Yeah,
Spawn. But yeah, Chadwick Boseman, like that's like his character. It's just it touched so many people, man. And it's like especially for the Black culture, but definitely I would say just culture in general. You have little white kids wanting to be, Black Panther, which is crazy. You know what I'm saying? That's all they cared about. So I think it's a major loss. I think the fact that he was sick the whole time he was filming this stuff, we had no idea. And also, I think it tells people to really be, words can hurt, man. What you say about people, you don't really know what someone's going through. So don't judge people. He kept everything close to the vest. And I saw him looking smaller in certain things, but I thought it was for a role. Didn't really think too much into it. Last time I saw him was on The Shop, the LeBron James show. Yeah. And I'm like, man, he's looking a little small, but maybe just for a role. But unbeknownst to me and everybody else, he was actually suffering from colon cancer. So I think we all need to take a step back, watch what we say. Also, get tested, get checked up, and I think it's just a testament to his character, how he pushed through, did all his films. And, and I think I saw something with him going to like St. Jude and doing things like that with kids, and he was suffering from cancer, so definitely will be missed though. So rest in peace to him.
And in fact, a couple of takes I got from him even being like, having that diagnosis for 4 years. One, he's got a great team with him. Like, there's no loose lips in his circle. Cause how it is, everything gets out. You know what I'm saying?
Straight up.
So I think that's part of like why it rocked everybody too.
Word, definitely.
Cause it's just like, even when I first saw it, I'm like, what happened? Like,
you thought it was fake. Kind of thought it was fake. I thought it was fake. I'm like, fake news type of thing.
Well, the first thing I went to, I'm like, I need to Google the name. It can't be like chickenshack.com with the article. I need to see something reputable. And then I went to his Twitter page and I was like, wow.
And you saw it, yeah.
But
I think it's what got people, shook people up because no one was expecting that. And I heard that Marvel actually didn't know until an hour before he passed. Like he sent them an email or someone, his team told him what was going on. That was pretty much grave.
Yeah. And
the guy, I'm not sure the guy's name, so in the comments, please, say who that was. But at Marvel, didn't read it until an hour before he found out he passed. Wow. So he didn't. Marvel didn't know what was going on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's crazy, But definitely rest in peace to him and his family out there in our prayers and friends. And we lost a legend pretty much, but his work will live on. So how you think about the rest of the Black Panther movie? Because Black Panther 2 will come out in 2022. Yeah. I basically feel, I don't know basically what they're going to do with it, because I don't think you can put, and I was talking to people about this, that I don't think you can put somebody else in that role right now just because we're all connected to it. Right. And I think that it will be a disservice, not just to him, but to the person trying to play the role. Because no matter what you do, he will not live up to that. You know what I'm saying? So we have such high expectations for the role. I would kind of leave it alone for now, but I mean, it has to make money, so I don't know what they want to do.
Yeah, I think if they're going to do it, they have to acknowledge that the Black Panther died.
And it's a new one, yeah.
and like figure out like I don't know, you know, the writers, they make all the money. I'm not gonna help them with this, but they need to acknowledge it's not just like yo, Aunt Vivian thing. Like
you can't do an Aunt Viv. You can't do an Aunt Viv.
You can't do that. So you gotta acknowledge that in the movie if they're gonna move it, you know, push it forward. But yeah, salute, man. You know, that's a real superhero that film movies. You know, if you ever film movies, you know it's like a grueling process. I can't even imagine the amount of time they put in, mental preparation, lines, and dealing with all type of stuff. And you know, from all accounts, he did it without a complaint. So salute him. And you know.
And I want to add one thing. My man from The Wire, I forgot my man's name that played in the Five Bloods with him. Mm-hmm. He put something out recently. He said that when he first met him on the set, you know, he thought that he was being like a prima donna. He was getting like massages. He was getting somebody on his hand, somebody on his back. And to come to find out, he's doing that because of his illness. Right. No one knew it. You know what I'm saying? So definitely a major loss.
And before we move on, like rest in peace, John Thompson, man.
Word. Yo, this year is just like, going. This year is trash, man.
Yeah. And you know it's funny you said that. I remember the group chat. I'm a quote something D Luce that I actually screenshotted because he I mean he's one of the elders on the chat, so
word up. Like 45, you know what I mean? 46.
So we gotta listen to him. So I'm gonna read what he said and it kind of resonated because everybody's like, yo, 2020 is just like he said 2020 is just a foreshadow for 2021. It's not the year, it's the people, it's the ignorance. So the year, you know, the year change is not going to just change life. People, and you talk about it all the time. It's about having good energy. It's about putting out positive things into the atmosphere. And until that happens, man, things are not going to get better. Yeah,
I agree with that.
That didn't cause COVID, but that causes like the hate you see online. And just people just being ignorant and, you know, not knowledgeable of things and, you know, just not being good people. So,
yeah, definitely.
So, that's that energy. And if that energy continues, 2020 is going to be similar to 2021. So,
I see that. We got to change that, people.
I digress. All right. So I know, and I know you were heavy on this too with the Kamala Harris thing. Yeah. So I want you, what are your thoughts on the whole situation?
All right. I just feel that basically with Kamala Harris, right, that when you're black, you have to be a superhero for people to accept you. Absolutely. Right? You can have no faults, and politicians all have faults, right? So it seems like to me that I don't know people's agenda, and I don't just mean black. Well, I'm talking to black people right now, but anybody in general. So we know what she has done, her past. She also have tried to put laws in to fix certain things as well. But everyone wants to talk about what she did as a prosecutor. I'm pretty sure her job wasn't just to put black people in jail. that wasn't her job. That wasn't her role. You know what I'm saying? That role was to work in a crooked system anyway that, you know, is basically black and brown are the number one people that in that, you know, in that circle. So she's putting people like us away, right? Fast forward to now she's the VP candidate. People want to knock that about her being the VP candidate. Now, you got two choices, right? So all these people that coming out against her or came out against her, they're like, well, you should have picked somebody else or I don't know if I'm going to vote for her. So basically, you want the other guy to win then. It's basically what you're telling me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's pretty simple. You're not going to do that. So I want to know what's the point, what's the thought process people to think that way? I don't understand it because people complain and then you give them something and they complain again. And we're the only party or group of people that do that because you can have 45 can be up there and say whatever he wants to say, divisive, racist, and they'll still back him.
Are they still rocking with him for a fact?
They're still rocking with him for a fact. But when it comes to us and our people, what we do, we'll nitpick and try to pull it back and say, oh, we don't like this, we don't like that, and we divide everything.
Right.
That's how I feel about that, which is I think it's whack.
So, so getting on that, somebody had a status, I want to say like 2 years ago, and they were like saying something like, what's next? Like before you know it, you know, the election time is going to be up. And I said, like, people don't want change. They want to make Trump memes into 2024. That's what they want.
That's what they want. So
here's my thing. I don't know everything Kamala Harris did. What I do know about politics is like when you get to a certain level, you got skeletons. That's just part of it.
That's how it goes.
That's just right. It don't matter. I don't know what Barack did, but I'm sure like everybody's got something. Somebody they paid something that happens. Like that's part of it. That's in a lot of industries. So it is what it is. So my thing is like, what's the alternative? Like you can't have it both ways. You can't.
People want it both ways, like what my man Marlo said, right? You want it both ways, but it's not. It's one way.
Not. Yeah. So then it comes to like what are you doing to make changes? If you're not complaining, and it's status quo, then cool. You know, it is what it is. You're willing to deal with whatever comes, and I don't have a problem with that either. Yeah. But yeah, everybody on that level has skeletons, and salute to her, man.
Salute to her. Keep rocking. And the thing that kills me, I'm gonna cut you off, but when people with influence, and I mean like people in our culture with influence, so whether it's like when Puff said what he said, or whoever it is, I seen like Walker say something, and people were saying like, you're not gonna buy the black vote this time, this, that, and the third. Like, all right, I get that, but where were you during the preliminaries?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So now what you're doing is you're waiting until we have two candidates. The other alternative choice that we do have, you're knocking that choice. And you're putting expectations on this, like, give me my 40 acres and a mule. Give me this, blah, 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 blah. All right, so you're saying all this, and you have some followers out there that aren't the smartest people. We can say that. And they're going to go, you know what? Vote for Kanye. No, don't vote for Kanye. Like, we already seen what's going on with having a reality star in the White House, right?
Right.
So why would you do that? So I don't understand where they're coming from by saying that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't get it. I never did. And I think those people are millionaires saying that. Right. It's not really affecting them. They can say whatever they want. They're still living in their mansion or doing what they're going to do. But it's other people.
Right.
I don't get it, man. I don't get it.
Well, again, I digress.
Keep rocking, Kamala.
All right, so we got the Jacob Blake shooting. And I hate to even say this. It's just kind of like, I wouldn't say I'm unfazed by it. It's just kind of like, I'm kind of like numb to the situation. It's just like, okay.
Yeah, it's crazy because with that, I feel, same old, but I think it's more is going to come out with it. And I think that a lot of things that the way it's handled is definitely crazy from the start, right? Mm-hmm. We hearing mixed stories of why they even came to the place where he was at, or the complex where he was at, what actually happened. I heard things where they wasn't coming to break up a fight. They was really coming for something different. So it's all these stories out there, whatever. But all I know is that you don't got to shoot somebody in the back 7 times. And now we know, but with an automatic gun, anybody tell you that shoots guns, and a cop can probably tell you this, it doesn't take much to shoot somebody 7 times. All you got to do is pull the trigger, and it's going to go off. Like, it's an automatic gun.
Right.
My thing is, why even have the gun out anyway? So it's like, if I think that you have a knife or anything going on, I'm going to apprehend you. If I see it, prime example, I won't put his name out there, but a family member of my cousin, he actually is a police officer in the city. And I was looking at it, I was talking to him yesterday, and I saw he posted something, and he had his hand in a bandage. I was like, yo, you good? What happened? And he said, yo, I busted my hand. I broke my hand retrieving a gun from a suspect. I was like, what? So I'm like, at first I thought maybe he got shot in the hand or something like that happened. Like, nah. He said the dude was trying to squeeze the trigger on him and tried to shoot him pretty much point blank. He had to punch the guy in the face repeatedly to drop the gun, right? And broke his hand. True story. I found out yesterday. So straight off the press. I won't say my cousin's name, but he'll watch it. He'll know I'm talking about him. So that's what I'm saying. Like, if my cousin was able to do that instead of shooting the suspect who had the gun pointed at him. Now, I'm not sure what was going on. It was like a face-to-face confrontation, right? You telling me you can't just tackle that man? Like, you can't just tackle him, subdue him. You know what I mean?
And it's a Furio. Like, he had his back to him. You could have tackled him right in his back.
Easily.
Had him down. But I don't know, man. I said it earlier. It's almost like we're target practice.
Definitely.
You can shoot us down and little to nothing happen. You know what I'm saying?
But you know what it is, D? If you already fear this, it doesn't matter because you're already scared of the skin.
Right.
And the color. I can't change the color. So if you're afraid of a black male or a darker skinned individual, whether it's Hispanic or whatever, you coming with a fear to you. So your gun's already cocked.
Yeah.
You're already looking like that. So if I'm coming to a situation, I'm supposed to de-escalate it. That's what people are saying. When they say defund the police, they're not talking about like taking guns out of their hands. Give them training. Because you're supposed to de-escalate situations. You're supposed to get there and go, what's going on, and squash it. Not come up there on 10 or 12 already. Like, you know what I'm saying? You can't do that. I hold you to a higher regard. You know what I'm saying? You have supposed to have training. Like me, I don't have the training. So if I'm at a 10, I'm at a 10. But you're taught in the academy, all this other stuff, to bring it down, de-escalate. Yep. So we're not seeing that. But they can do it when they want to, though. When they want to, they can do it all the time.
Right. And I just feel bad because we have really good friends that are in the police field that are great guys and tremendous cops. So salute to those guys. And
definitely.
You know, the bad apples kind of give people the wrong. And then you end up with, like, you know, something happening to a cop that's trying to do the right thing because of, you know.
That's what happened. The bad cops get the good cops hurt.
Right.
Because what ends up happening is that a good cop would be on his A game doing his thing, and his life be in jeopardy, and he'll get hemmed up. But that bad cop, you know, he's doing, you know, he's on leave, administrative leave with pay. He's good.
Right.
They cooking out there. Crazy, man.
All right, so we're gonna move on. Won't make it too glum.
Yo, what up?
All right, so let's get into a little bit of hip hop. You know, one of our most popular episode conversation we had was with Ransom. Shout out to Ransom, just being a stand-up guy and just giving us tremendous music during this pandemic.
One hell of a run, boy. I tell you that,
man. He is on an unbelievable run. He's got 2 EPs and 2 albums, and it's just on fire. And it's crazy. Like, I was talking to someone about this the other day, and like I'm not sure I've seen a run like this, quantity and quality combination in this short of a period in a very long time. And only other person my friend mentioned was like
G-Unit maybe.
Lil Wayne had a run like this, and what I said is he had an epic run, and like you don't have to like all the music to accept that, but this is the closest thing I've seen to that.
But see, I think it's a little different because Wayne's run, he had the name and the machine kind of behind him with his run.
Right.
He don't have a machine. He got the people. You know what I'm saying? So I can see the comparison, but I think Ransom is just still crazy. And then G-Unit, because when 50 to get that deal, he was tapes out left and right, and they were all hot. You know what I'm saying?
And then you got that, and then you see like shortly after he linked with Trust Gang, which is like,
this is crazy, right?
I said to you the other day, like, yo, they added Ransom, and they got Shay. And then they added Planet Asia. And they got Rashid Chappelle, and it's just like they got beats.
Building something.
Especially got beats. Craven, I don't think is Trust, but he's a dope producer that just did a full project.
He's an honorary member.
Yeah, honorary member. And so salute to Special and all those guys. Like, we're looking forward to hearing more music from them, and it's just been a great run, man. That's been one of the great things about the pandemic. People are home. All the crazy stuff like that they're seeing on TV or hearing about things has kind of helped with you know, some real current bars too.
Yeah, definitely. Ransom's definitely doing his thing, man. And Craven, shout out to Craven for being on the show as well, man. He's up and coming. I think he's already there to me, but I think like he's getting his just due now, and then he's gonna keep on getting better more and more and more. We saw something that he posted right with I think him and Planet Asia was cooking up something night or something like that. So it's gonna be and it's only August, well September now. I apologize, but it's still got 4 quarters.
Word, definitely. All right, now let's get. All right, I'll let you dive into the Nas joint first because I got a little bit. I got a good amount.
All right.
I want to talk about.
A good amount of stuff. Yeah. All right. So with Nas album, great piece of work. You know, Nas seemed to be like so comfortable in his own skin, which I think took a lot of people a while to get used to. You know, because just how Nas is very like he's a little aloof with certain things, man. Like he's not out there. I mean, he's showy when he has to be. You know what I'm saying? But he's really not really about that. You can kind of tell. He's kind of like low key, stay in the background, a true artist. You know, people talk about his beat selection, which I don't understand how, because he works with all types of people. I don't get it. These people being people. But this album, I think, was a perfect album, and it wasn't for him. It wasn't like extra. It was like mature rap. You know what I'm saying? It was grown up rap. A lot of tracks that I liked on there, but the one that everyone talks about again is Full Circle. You know, I think Full Circle was dope, but the one thing I didn't like about Full Circle was Foxy's verse in Full Circle.
Yeah, it sounded like she was rapping in the bathroom.
Yeah, but not even not even with how the quality of it. It was the topic of it. You know what I'm saying? Like they're talking about like, you know,
growth.
Growth, and she's coming and spitting straight regular 16 she had from 2007 probably just in the bag. Like they was like, yo, doing a firm collabo, you need a verse, and she just shipped it over there. You know what I'm saying? Like I think it was like a little out of place. It was good to hear a rap though. It was good to hear it. I think Hit Boy hit out the park with everything he did. Hit Boy always been dope too. You know what I'm saying? So I think it was a good collabo. But I really liked the album though, man. I really liked it. How about you?
All right. So.
All right. What you gonna say?
All right. So first, this is coming right off a Ransom album. I think it was like the next week. So
yeah.
This is after me playing JD's Revenge 7,600 times. But I listened. All right. So when I heard the Nas album, and now I'm thinking like he had the joint with Kanye, which I thought was a huge disappointment because that was supposed to be a layup. I thought
that was Kanye's fault.
Yeah, I mean, Nas still has to approve the beats, but whatever. All right, so I thought that was gonna be a hit. Then he dropped like the Lost Tapes too, which I kind of understood because a lot of the stuff was like some of the songs were like 15 years old.
Yeah.
So it was kind of like I don't know if you could count that in an album. So you know, I hear the Nas album and it's Nas, so I'm gonna listen to it just on the strength. I mean, he's a legend. You know, one of the greats, obviously. So I listened to it first time through. I was like, yo, this joint is tough.
Yeah.
But when you listen to albums, like good or bad, like you gotta play it multiple times. So like you can hear an album and you think it's bad the first time, and you go back and really like lock in. You're like, oh, all right, this is cool, whatever.
Yeah.
But it's the same the opposite way too. So
people
like
say, I don't like this as much. Yeah.
So I listen. I'm like, yo, there's only like really 2 songs that I don't like. And then I listened to it again. I'm like, yeah, it's cool. And then like I went back to a third time. I'm like, I only really want to hear like 4 songs now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like I felt like I don't want to say it got worse, but like I don't think the playback value was where I thought it was the first time I listened to it. But
I hear you.
But it was it's a good album. I like the joint with the intro. I think it's called King's Disease intro.
Yeah.
I like the joint with Uncle Charlie. That joint is tough. The Anderson .Paak one I didn't like at first, but I like it now. Anderson .Paak is a cheat code anyway. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So the album, I give the album a 7 out of 10.
All right. So a C album.
But the first time I listened to it, I probably gave it like an 8.5.
But see, I think also why you give it that is because of what's been coming out lately. So like, for instance, like Ransom, right? Ransom been having heat. You know, Shay and Apollo heat. You know, people that's coming out is like heat.
Right.
And it's almost to the point where it's not you're not expecting that heat. It's just like all right, let me just check it out. You're going in there like no preconceived notions, right? When you listen to a Nas album, you're going like, I want to see, apex everything. And when you don't get it, sometimes or you feel you don't get it, you kind of like, I don't know if I like it.
I was actually looking at it the other way. And that's why I think I enjoyed it at first. Because I'm like, it's Hit Boy. I didn't know what to expect. I'm like, I'm just hoping this Nas album is cool. So that's why when I heard it the first time, I'm like, oh, this is better than cool. This is dope. And then I'm just kind of like, but yeah, like I said, I give it a 7 out of 10. How about the Lox album?
Lox album was tough, Like I honestly thought, and I'm not gonna compare albums or nothing like that, but the Lox album, I was like a pleasant surprise because like it's the Lox. You know what I'm saying? So you kind of know what to expect. You kind of see, but it seems like they put the album together real well. Like it was a well put together album. I know everyone does their solo joints too, so sometimes it's hard to get the team back together to make a real full album.
Right.
It seems very cohesive. Production was dope. lyrics was tight. Typical Lox stuff. Like I actually listen to that album more than I listen to Nas joint right now.
All right. You got me feeling like the biggest hater right now. So
what you say now?
Nah, I listened to I think I listened to like the first 6 joints. I was like, yo, this joint is crazy. Yeah. Then I feel like between like songs, when you take away 9, that joint with Butcher and Westside Crazy.
Yes.
But I think it was like after the first 6, I think like 7 and 8, I was like, And then like it kind of fell off a cliff minus the joint with Westside and
Butch.
Yeah, because they, like when I hear Lox songs, I want to hear like the Wild Outs. I want to hear like
and that's what I'm saying. You can't get that though. Like because you want it. That's like saying, I want to hear Old Hove. Like I don't care if I never heard. You all know how I feel. Like, I don't care if I never hear a whole new album ever again. New song. I'm good. Like, cause I'm just saying because I know like what he's done for the culture is great and Hove is great. But like I don't need to hear a new Hove. So like if you want to hear Wild Out, they're not wilding out no more. Like
right.
They're not doing that. They can't rap about that.
Yeah, like Styles a vegan now, so he ain't even doing. So I say that to say like I still like all their verses. I still like how they flow together. Like they really don't miss a step like that. But I don't know. I guess you're right. Like I can't expect like Nas said. You want to hear my old stuff? Go listen to a Clue tape.
Exactly. Go listen to a Clue tape then. Like because you're evolving, right? So as we evolve, like same thing we do now. We wouldn't do it at 21. Different thought process. You know what I'm saying? So they evolve as artists. So I think us as fans gotta respect them evolving. So like that's why with Nas album, like all right, it's good to hear that like growing up stuff. Yeah, the Lox album, Jadakiss saying, "Yo, I'm going home. I got stuff to do. Like I'm not hanging out with you." Like he got kids. I mean, he got kids, but he got younger kids. Like he's saying like real life stuff. So he's not out at the club, popping the bottle like all the time, like typical. So I think the music is maturing, and we're seeing hip hop mature.
Right.
Artists that we love are maturing. You know what I mean?
True. All right, so I guess I don't know if it was the day after, 2 days later. So the Bucks walked off the court. That led everybody. What do you think? We'll get into CP3 and LeBron. But what do you think about them walking off the court? What do you think they should have done? Did they do the right thing? What do you?
I think they did the right thing, and we'll get to that other part later. But I think they did the right thing because they were speaking for their state. You know what I mean? This happened in their state. So It's like, what do you do? You know what I mean? They want to protest. They've been talking about this. They've been doing marches for the George Floyd stuff. They've been doing this, doing that. Now they're in this bubble. They can't go anywhere. They can't leave. They're seeing all this stuff. So the only thing they can do, I feel, is to reach out to Orlando, a team they're playing with, like, yo, we're not going to play. Once the owner is okay with that, like once you say to the owner, I'm not saying okay with that, that's the wrong word, but once you say this is what we're doing, and he backs you, or he or she backs you, coach backs you, I don't care what no one else thinks, because we're speaking for the community. So I think they did the right thing, especially like, it wasn't political. They didn't care, they didn't ask anybody, like, yo, this is what we're doing. And they did it. So I commend them for doing that.
Yeah. I understood it, and now that you put it that way, it happened in their state. I would just be honest. I would just be interested with like if they actually like stepped away. Now with that being said, as much money as they make in the NBA, there's only probably 10 to 15% of guys that could just pass up on bread or pass up on
probably less than that.
Or I'm talking like the max guys and guys that make like just under the max could probably do that. So like I kind of wanted to see them walk away just to kind of see, like, yo, you need these African American players to play this game. But like these dudes have family. If you make $4 million, that's not a lot of money in the NBA.
Not a lot of money in the NBA.
By the time
we're gonna say.
By the time you hit your taxes, by the time you pay for your crib, by the time you pay for your agent, and then like if you ain't driving a Honda, you probably got some crazy whip. Like it's not that you down a lot of bread.
And the thing is that people think that, oh, these guys are millionaires and stuff like that, but they got feelings too. Just because you make money don't change your skin. Don't change your skin color. You see, you have survivor's remorse.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you like, damn, like I'm making XYZ, but my cousin has to go through this, whatever it's going through. You know what I mean? I might get off, but my brother might get pulled over and it could happen to him. So I think he did the right thing. And I think, and we'll talk about it later again, if people really wanted to step away, truly step away, they would go, all right, say, I'm not going to throw anybody in the bus, but say like I'm Giannis, right? Giannis is the guy, the biggest guy, and Chris Middleton. But I think as far as money-wise on the team, I'm just saying like
Definitely.
I would go, yo, all right, yo, we're going to walk away, but yo, I got your salary for the rest of the year. Like, if you're going to do something like that, and I'm not saying they should do that. I'm not saying Milwaukee. I'm just saying people in general.
Yeah.
Like, yo, if you wanted to say, why am I playing? Why am I doing this? Yo, you got that Nike contract. You got XYZ. How about you put Ed Davis on?
Word.
You know what I'm saying? Or somebody said, I'm not just throwing him on the bus. I'm saying people that's not have that big contracts, give them some bread. So it's put like, 5% of my check gonna go with these people or whatever. Everybody put some money in. So now his family is good. So he can walk away and still keep his livelihood for the most part. You know what I'm saying? These guys are like, yo, LeBron worth almost a half a mil, telling me to do what?
Half a bill, if not more.
Yeah, half a bill, my bad. Telling me to do what? And you worth that? Nah, bro, it ain't gonna happen that way.
Word. Ed Davis definitely need that bread.
That's what I'm saying. Give Ed Davis that bread, yo. Give Kyle Korver that bread. Like, these people that need the bread. So I kind of feel it's crazy when people say, like, to do that, but they have bills. Like, you're sitting there, you know what I mean?
And I was saying that at first, like, oh, just if you want to make a stand, walk away from the season. Then I was just like, then when you start to delve into it, they're like, all right, well, you technically breaking a contract. Now you might hit a strike. Now you're talking about 15 to 30% of the CBA being gone. You're like, whoa. All right.
Now you're working in Lowe's.
Were they working in Lowe's?
Yeah, you 6'10" working in Lowe's. That looks crazy.
Hand me that mulch, player.
Or am I like, I got you.
All right, so what are your thoughts on CP3 and LeBron?
Yeah. All right, those dudes, man, great athletes, great players. I think they're good people.
Yes.
All that stuff. I think they're great, but they got King's disease, man. Like, that's all it is, King's disease. And who's to blame, right? So we can let's talk about CP3, right? CP3 knows a little feisty, you know what I mean? But he means well, but he wants to be in control too. You know how that goes. So he's kind of like little bulldog type of thing. And I think goes back to what I was saying about, all right, you want a united front. All right, if I'm going to walk out, you don't want to play, give me some bread.
Right,
like,
you got
easy.
it.
You got it. Give me some bread. You on State Farm commercials? You doing State Farm commercials, and you on every time I turn TV on, it's him and my man from Carlton. Him and Carlton on a commercial. All right, bring with some of that State Farm bread. You know what I mean? And then LeBron, I think with LeBron, they're kind of the same, but LeBron really has king disease because LeBron been this way for a while. And we know him. We love LeBron. I think he's super great. I think what he does is great. But it's not even his fault. It's our fault. We've been calling him King James since he was 16, 15 years old.
Yeah, almost
you know what I mean?
one and a half his life.
So he doesn't know anything but get in his way with certain things. That's all he knows. So it's really not his fault. It's what he's been accustomed to. So it comes out in certain ways, right? Behind the scenes, it comes out. But now that he's older, it's coming out in front of the scenes. So what Stephen A. said, I'm pretty sure everyone probably seen it too. Like, the real problem is LeBron wanted to have a united front, he called it, right? United front. I don't think it's about the front. He wants to be the face of the movement that's going to happen.
Yeah, he wanted it done his way. He didn't want the Bucks to do their own thing.
Exactly. And he's doing the voter thing, which is great, getting people to vote and setting up certain things up. But that was his initiative that he's doing. So how can I tell George Hill, yo, all right, fall in line with me, but yo, we in different brackets, bro. Like what we thinking about is different. George Hill in Milwaukee fighting for Milwaukee and fighting for Wisconsin. LeBron's trying to do everything, but it's got to be bigger than everything. You know what I'm saying? Like when he did the decision, I'm giving money to the Boys and Girls Club. We know that, but you didn't have to do what you just did. Like, he's like a grand gesture when he does certain things. To me, and I think it's King's disease, and he suffered from it, and I think it's not his fault. It's our fault.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Basically, how I feel about that one. How about you?
I agree with a lot of the things. I think LeBron does great things. And again, like I think he wanted to be the face of the situation too. And it's kind of, and not that he's like, I don't even know if he's like, yo, I don't even know if he realizes that he's even doing it. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. He doesn't realize he's doing it until someone calls him on it, And then he's like, what are you talking about? Because he's so oblivious to doing it, I feel, because his whole life he's been doing it.
Yeah,
So
I think he has great intentions. I really do.
Yeah, he definitely does. And they say he was talking down. See, what really happened is that he kept saying that this is what they said. I'm looking out for the guys below me. And they're like, yo, what are you talking about? You can't talk to a grown man like that. Like these young kids, like remember, LeBron's an old head in the league right now. These young kids, you think Donovan Mitchell was like, what? Below you? Like, get out of here. You know what I'm saying? You can't, it's when you talk to people. And I think that's because of the king disease. He doesn't realize what he's doing. So he's like, I'm going to storm out. Like, yo, you 35 years old, going to storm out of me? Who does that? Like, you don't do that. That's the immaturity in him, I feel, because he hasn't had to deal with certain things because of who he has been.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, he'll change. He'll grow. He's growing we all grow every day. But, yeah, that's all this king disease and LeBron being LeBron went his way. And Milwaukee was like, nah, we good.
Yeah.
Like, yo, D, you gonna leave your job? All right, before you do this picket or something happen, I want you to go and holler at so and so first, and then do it. What?
Like, yo, you cool? You cool with me quitting, man?
Not yo, because if you're not, I ain't gonna quit. Like, you're not, I'm good. Like, who does that? Like, nobody does that.
Word.
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
All right, so who you like in it? NBA Finals and in how many games?
I'm gonna go with Clippers. I got the Clippers in 6. I guess somebody. I think it's gonna be the Clippers. Honestly, Boston look tough. I think Clippers in Boston, but I think if Miami gets out this series, they can go to work with Boston because they have the wings to play D, and then they have. They have Bam, they have some big men. I think that'll be a good series, but because I think Milwaukee's kind of suspect playing not at home.
Without 25,000 screaming fans.
They need that. And I think Giannis's game is good and it's great, but it has some hiccups in the game to where the playoffs it shows. Because he's really just a freak of nature. He's working on his shot. His handle is pretty good, but you can't say, yo, Giannis, boom, give me one-on-one right now with him. He's not the type of dude. Like he does the same move every time, goes to the hole, gets stopped, he spins, and he's gonna dunk it on you. Yeah. The playoffs, they're gonna be sitting right there. Like Miami's sitting right there, like, all right, charge. I'm waiting for you. So
and that's why Kawhi is so tough, because he could get busy everywhere on the court. So if you want him, if you try to crowd him, his mid range is money. You know what I'm saying? He could post you up, he could hit threes. His handle was good enough where he could get to the rack.
And that's the thing that's so scary about him is because, like, he plays so effortlessly. Like, his game looks like it's not the smoothest game in the world. We know that. But it's, like, so efficient, you know? Mm-hmm. Like, you watch him play, like, is he even trying to play? Like, does he care about this game? Like, does he really care what happens? He's just, like, hitting the three, dunking on somebody. Mm-hmm. But, yeah, I think the Lakers, of course, in the Clippers, in the Western Conference Final, game should be 7 games. I see that. I just don't know if they got the bodies that can stand up for that whole 7 games.
Clippers
LeBron,
deep, man.
They're deep. LeBron's gonna do LeBron. AD will do AD, but it's other guys need them to show up. And then I think Clippers will win that, and then it'll be Clippers against Boston, and then the Clippers win in 6.
Yeah, so I got Clippers versus Boston. You know, I've been saying that for a long time.
For a minute.
I mean, Clippers versus Boston. I've been saying that since June.
Yeah, you have been saying that.
And I got that documented somewhere. I won't say where.
You won't say
where. I just think, and actually Milwaukee's down 2-0. They just lost again.
They lost tonight?
Yeah.
Yikes. It's over.
Lost. So I think I just think, like, when you look at how the NBA is played, like, good guard play, and then, like, I won't say the big man is not existent, but, like, Boston just has so many positionless guys. So, like, you got Kemba
and Hayward's not even playing right now.
I know, that's what I was gonna get to. So you got Kemba that could get a bucket anytime he wants. Then you got Jaylen Brown, you got Tatum, you got Marcus Smart, who's just like a dog as a defender. He can still get you 15 points. And then you got, like, role players like Robert Williams, Tias, Cantor. And then I love Brad Stevens, man. This dude is like a mad genius.
Yo, imagine Pat Bev and Marcus Smart in the finals. That'd be hilarious.
No, that'd be tough.
Somebody gonna get kicked out.
Then like I like the Clippers over the Lakers again. They look like a modern NBA team. You know, like LeBron's great, AD's great, and then it's just like you can't. I don't think you could beat the Clippers in a series without like a certified third guy. Because I tell you what, you could go Kawhi and George, assuming PG's out of his funk, whatever, and then like it's just so many guys. You got Harold that could give you 20. Lou Williams can give you 40 any given night.
Easily.
You got Morris who could give you 20. So and then Pat Beverly, you know, when he gets back, he's a straight dog, man.
Yeah.
And I like
tough, man.
I like the Clippers in 6 though.
Yeah, 6. Yeah, so we got the same outlook.
Yeah, because I think PG and Kawhi could kind of neutralize Tatum and Brown.
Yeah, that'd be a hell of a matchup though.
Yeah,
Jesus.
But I think that's gonna be a dope finals. In NFL, you're not gonna like this one, man.
All right, who you gonna go? Let you go first.
I got KC versus the Seahawks, and I think my man Russ brings it back. I think DK Metcalf's gonna be an animal this year, and I got the Chiefs going back to back, man. I know it's hard to do. This dude Mahomes with like, you know, Andy Reid's just like a genius on top of that. I just think if they can stay healthy, it's a quarterback's league too, man.
Yeah.
Then they added my man Clyde CEH, whatever his name is. I think he's gonna be good. They just got weapons, man, and their defense was just good enough. Like they don't need to shut people down to 14. Like just don't let them score 30 and you win. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, I got that.
Now I need you to be objective before you go there. But go ahead.
No, I am totally objective with this. So I have a repeat of last year. I got the 49ers against Kansas City. It's totally subjective.
No, you're being subjective, yes.
Nah, I'm not being biased or anything like that. I just think that the 49ers is the best team. And first of all, the Seahawks, I know why you're saying it because Russell Wilson. I know, I can give it. But
first ballot Hall of Fame. Let's be clear.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
But I'm not really worried about them. You know what I'm saying? So I think the 49ers is the best team in the NFC West. I think the 49ers is the best team in the NFC next to – I still put the Saints up there, and I put Tampa Bay up there. But I got to see them play. Just as far as, like, with who they have on paper and, you know, with Bruce Arians, I think they're straight. Kansas City, I think Kansas City is good. But the thing about Kansas City that I don't see a dynasty with Kansas City. I think Mahomes is great. Mahomes is box office. But they really, if you think about last year's run, they should have lost a long time ago.
I agree.
Like, you know
with
what
that.
I'm saying? Like when you think about like the games, like if they had dominated the games and it was like, yo, like they manhandled XYZ, they manhandled Houston, they manhandled Tennessee. I'm like, all right, this could be something crazy, right?
That's what's gonna happen this year.
Nah, because it's not gonna happen this year. Because I think that it's kind of like your first year, right? That's why it's so hard to go back and win it.
Much. Yeah, absolutely.
So people kind of understand how to play them. And I think the 49ers actually knew how – they did the right thing.
Yeah, they should have won.
They should have won, but they made a few – I think defense didn't do their job because it was 3rd and 15, and there's no way that should be a first down.
But that's just one play. They did their job most of the game.
Yeah, but it's about when it counts. You know what I'm saying? Like when things happen. They were up by like 10 with 8 minutes left. The game's a wrap. Mm-hmm. But like seeing that, and they went on that run, to win the Super Bowl, you got to be lucky, right? Everybody knows you need some luck on your time. So, you know, I don't care who you are. The Giants catch on the helmet, that's luck. Like, it doesn't matter.
Yep.
But the fact that I don't think – I'm rooting for them to go back. I think they're good enough to go back, but I don't know if they'll win it. And then it's about the Super Bowl hangover too, right? After winning that, now when they start feeling themselves, you pay Mahomes all this money. A lot of other guys aren't getting paid yet. They got one more year to kind of try to do something. Kelsey's up to get paid soon. You got the defense up to get paid soon. You got to sign Tyreek Hill soon. They got to do a lot of different things, and they have to be healthy. So all good. I think that they can go back. And the 49ers, I think that they're built to go back because of the way they play. Like they don't depend on the pass too much. They can do it, but they don't. It's all about run the ball. And I think that formula can translate anywhere. So like they're gonna still win 11 games this year. You know what I'm saying? Like they're still gonna do the same thing. So you have them losing, not winning 11 games. That's a hater.
I think they're gonna be like 9-7, man. I'm so happy. I'm so happy we got this recorded. So I'm gonna just say that you got him in the chip, and then
I got him in the chip, and I have them. I have them at least. You know, I think their window is 2-3 year window for them. Like, so I'm counting like last year, this year, and next year. That's the window that they have with the core guys. Because after that, what happens is, you know, you got to start paying people a little bit more money. Also be up for his contract. Yo, we got 10 D linemen that are ready to kill the quarterback. You know what I'm saying? So we get on that. Defense is good. The offense is only going to get better. You know, we need some help with wide receivers right now. A lot of people are hurt. But they run the ball more than anything, and they have decent wideouts. You know what I'm saying? And then we get Samuels back. So watch. We're going to beat Seattle. I'm not even worried about Seattle. The team I'm worried about, though, is Arizona.
Yeah, they're going to be good. I think they probably a year away, though. But, yeah, they'll be better.
Because even the way my man plays, the quarterback, Kyler Murray plays, is kind of like – it's like backyard football, but it's like he's so damn fast. So it's kind of like you can't really plan for it. Like you can go, all right, he's going to be here, but now he's going to be over there, and then DB's got to cover for about another 2-3 seconds, and that ain't going to work.
And he's mad short.
Yeah, you can't even see him. You're like, yeah, where's he at? Oh, he's over there. So that's why I think that they're going to be always tough. But we got the toughest division in football, and that's another thing.
Absolutely.
So if we have any hiccups, it will be because of the toughest division in football. You know what I'm saying? So where it's like, yo, you can easily go 4-4 in your division.
Yep.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, easily. So we'll see what happens, man. But I got us going back to the Super Bowl and then it's bringing it home. I think it's that time, man. I think it's time. We got 3 years to get the one. 3 years to get the one.
All right, I guess we'll see. All right, so we've been putting people in a hot seat with the rapid fire. So I figure we put ourselves in the hot seat.
All right.
And we'll see what's good. All right, you ready to go?
Yeah, you can go first too. I'll see what you're gonna give me.
All right. Eddie Murphy, you got to buy a ticket, right?
All right.
Eddie Murphy in his prime, or Dave Chappelle.
Eddie Murphy in his prime.
All
right. So you gotta pick a Thanksgiving side. All right. Mac and cheese or yams?
Mac and cheese. It's close though. I thought them joints right together too. right on top of each other. Go ahead. All right. Alfredo or allegory? Woo!
Damn.
Told you I had heat.
All right. Alfredo. And the reason why Alfredo is because I expected Royce to do what he did in Allegory. I expected it. Like I wasn't like shocked.
All right, which album is better? I ain't talking about expectations. Which albums do you like better?
I listen to Alfredo more than Allegory. Even though Allegory is still a top album.
Of course.
All right. So better running back, Bo Jackson or Marcus Allen?
I'm gonna say Marcus Allen because of the longevity, but and their prime Bo is just different, man. That's why I start liking the Raiders.
I know, I figured that. So he was different in Tecmo Bowl too.
Oh yeah, for sure. He hit that corner, he was ghost. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Marcus Allen, man, because of longevity.
Okay, all
right. Better Pac song. Ambitious of a Rider or Me and My Girlfriend?
I say Ambitious. No, Me and My Girlfriend, because of the concept of the song and what he did with it, and how it wasn't like a single. You know what I'm saying? And it's played, but it's not played like it's a cult album, a cult following, cult classic song, but it's not like Bitches a Rider. People took that. took the beat. Can't even Cameron use that or something like that. People was just using that.
What your Cam use it, Meek use it.
Yeah, everybody takes that and bites off it.
That ambition is hard body though, man.
But the thing is though, that's like the cop out Pac. Like I'm a Pac fan song. What's your favorite Pac fan song? Bitches a Rider. Like because it's the first song on All Eyes on Me.
That would make it less true.
Nah, it's crazy, but it means like yo, you're not digging in the crates for it.
Right.
Like if you say like my favorite Pac song is Blasphemy. Like, all right, you listen to the album.
Like you tapped in, yeah.
Tapped in. All right. Yeah, I got two more, right? And I'm trying to figure out which one I want to ask.
Ask both.
One, I asked both. The first one, better power forward, Anthony Davis or Kevin Durant? I'm sorry, Kevin Garnett.
I mean, I got two different answers. Like, do you mean who I'm taking first, or who's a better player? That's two different answers.
Yeah, all right. Who's a better player? In their prime. So say KG, he in his prime, and then AD like right now, like he developing to his prime.
All right, so we taking him as his personality, whatever.
Yeah, everything. Yeah.
Give me KG.
I give KG.
Now, Anthony Davis is way more skilled. I just like KD's just got that dog in him, man. I don't know if AD. I mean, we'll see soon, but I don't know that AD had. Give me KG.
KG. All right. Now my bonus one is better player, all around player. Dame Dollar or Luka?
Luka. Ain't even close.
Ain't even close? It ain't even close.
Luka's the best 21-year-old I've ever seen play basketball in my life, LeBron included, at 21.
So you telling me it's not even close, Dame and Luka?
No. One guy is Larry Bird and Dirk Nowitzki in one, and 6'9". The other guy.
Luka can't even shoot like that.
He makes enough threes.
So I bet you no. Dame can guard Luka better than Luka can guard Dame. Now I know there's a height difference, but Luka cannot guard Dame whatsoever.
No,
like,
I mean,
at all.
Yeah, I mean,
but Dame can guard him though. I'm not saying he can stop him, but Dame can stay in front of Luka.
All right, so for the record, who you taking first?
If I had like a pick,
yeah,
taking Luka.
Oh, okay. All right, so
I'm taking Luka because of the height, because he's 6'7", right? Like six. Like,
I'm saying it's not close because that separates it for me.
Because he's 6'7" and Dame's 6'1", maybe 6'2", maybe.
And he's just a tremendous passer too. He's one of the best passers in the league. LeBron, as much as I say myself, LeBron's the best passer I've ever seen.
Better than Magic?
I haven't seen a lot of Magic games, so I can't.
You got YouTube.
I haven't been watching them.
yo, Magic. Yeah, you said LeBron passed better than Magic.
No. I said what a person I've really seen play and tapped into the game. Magic retired when I was like 6.
Magic retired. He was like 10 years old.
Yeah, so I can't. So out of people we seen. So yeah, that's it, man. So salute for checking in again. We'll have to run it through YouTube, SoundCloud, Spotify, Apple, everywhere else. Appreciate all your support.
Definitely.
All right, y'all. Peace.
All right.